Hi besties, what's up? My name is Makenzie and welcome to my channel and welcome to the start of the first installment of reading 30 books in 30 days. So, if you have never heard of a challenge like this, essentially what I am trying to do is read 30 books in 30 days. And yeah, I actually was not planning on doing this, and even if I fail, it's not that big of a deal, but I was not planning on doing this. However, I am part of Jan Agaton's Patreon and Discord, and she said, does anybody want to do a 30 and 30 with me? And I said, oh, I'm delusional enough to think I can do that. I'll do that. Say hi. So I said that I would do it as well. So we've already finished one book this month. It is the second. It is Tuesday. Sorry, I didn't start the vlog yesterday. Yesterday was a time, let me tell you. But hopefully the rest of the week should go by without a hitch. So the first book I decided to read was actually on my TBR this month, and it was this book. Of course, I would forget what the book is called, but essentially we are following our main character, and after a very concerning call with her mom, no one can get a hold of our main character, and we know that she's in a pretty tumultuous relationship with her boyfriend, and her mom actually thinks that something more sinister is going on than just them fighting. So, her brother's best friends, Elise, that's her name. Her brother's best friends, 4 of them to be exact, decide that they are going to go up and save Elle from certain doom. It's especially scary because right now, like when they are going, essentially, it is heavily snowing, and they are worried that they won't even be able to make it up there, but they do. And they find out that things are way worse than they initially anticipated. So eventually they're able to kind of get her free of his clutches, and they are able to somewhat leave to go to a little bit of a safer situation. And yeah, it's about them all kind of coming to terms with the fact that they have feelings for Elise and she has feelings for them. Obviously it's reverse harem, and I liked it. I don't know what it says about me that I gave it 4 stars, but I did enjoy it. There's obviously like a few triggers, like I'm gonna say this one, domestic violence, there's kidnapping, stuff like that. So and there's definitely like, yeah, there's a couple things. So if you do not like that, I would recommend maybe skipping this one. I'm actually intrigued because this is the second book in a series. I didn't necessarily realize that, but this is the second book in a series, and I'm really excited to hopefully maybe read the rest of the books. The other books have, instead of like 4 men, it's 2 and 3. So I feel like that's a little bit more like realistic. Is that the word that I can use? I don't know, a little bit more tolerable and like less confusing. I will say a couple reasons why it's not 5. There were a couple scenes that I had to skip. This book is hella spicy. I would say at the very least, this is like a 4.5 chili pepper book, if not 5. Like, it is hella spicy. So you should be warned about that. There were also 2 like M scenes back to back, essentially, and that was wild. Those are the scenes I was skipping. Do you see your juice over there? She's just pointing at the side table one sec. All right, sorry about that. So yeah, and those scenes, like those like scenes that I'm talking about, oh, I guess I could call them like spicy scenes with just one person is what I'm talking about. There were 2 of them back to back, and that was a little bit much for me, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. So yeah, I did have to skip a couple parts in the book, but I think that's about it. Like I said, I enjoyed it. I'm glad that I read it. I do think that like maybe it wasn't the right time to read it, but I will say I started it the 27th, and I was kind of like reading it, I don't know, like I was kind of reading it, kind of not. I couldn't really get into it. Like I was literally like maybe 12 pages in at the start of the month, and then all of a sudden I sat down and read it in like one sitting, which I never do. However, it was really late at night. Oakley was asleep. Steven was asleep. I mean, I finished it at 1 in the morning. So that is officially book 1 crossed off. So I have a couple of rules to set in place really quickly. First of all, I definitely want to finish my TBR. Now, I have not even started editing my TBR video for this month, so hopefully it'll still go out. I kind of want to post 2 videos this week where I'm off. I haven't decided yet though, because then I do that. I don't know, maybe I'll just wait until Tuesday or Wednesday to post it next week, but I would really like to edit that and kind of see what the vibes are on that TBR, because I would like to read all of the books off of there if I'm gonna do it. I'd also like at least half of the books to be off of my physical TBR. It doesn't matter how I read them, but just as long as they're off my physical TBR, that's fine. I also want to prioritize a couple bigger books. So for example, I would really like to read Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, and this book is like hella big. Oh, it's not too bad actually. It's like 540 pages. At least this copy is. Also, this book cover is just so stunning. I love it so much. But anyway, and then I know, so I want to read this. And then I also know that When the World Tips Over, I believe by Jandy Nelson, if I'm not mistaken, is also on my TBR this month. And I would really like to read that before it gets like too cold, because I feel like that's a summer book. So I do think that that's the first like bigger book I'm gonna read. What I'm probably going to try to do is read like 100 pages per big book every day, in addition to whatever I'm reading. So I'm probably gonna start with When the World Tips Over tomorrow. I'll probably just catch up on it, like 200 pages. Shouldn't be too bad tomorrow. I don't work the rest of the week, thank goodness. After tonight, we're done. I took the rest of the week off because my parents are gone and I just wanted to spend more time with Oakley. And it is doing wonderful things for my mental health, knowing that I don't have to go into work 2 of the 3 days I work every week. So that's good. Also, there was something else I was gonna say, I don't know, but I think the next book I'm going to start with is probably, I just got this in the mail. It is Release Day. Happy Release Day to House of Hearts by Skylar Arndt. I don't know how to read apparently, but this cover is beautiful and it is very like, it's a very reasonable 274 pages essentially. So I think this is going to be my next book I read. Unfortunately, I just wasn't able to finish a book today. I did not get on the grind and I did take like a 2.5, 3 hour nap today, which is very unlike me, but I was so tired after staying up until 1 in the morning. So this is gonna be my next book. I figure it's probably good to get a mix of like oldies and like new books off of my TBR too, because I lost my train of thought. Because obviously when they're like brand new, like this one in particular, I'm really excited to read them as soon as they get to me. And the longer books sit on my TBR, the more likely I am to like not be as excited to read them like right away. So I'm gonna read this. I also think I want to read Bone Crier's Moon. I think that's the first book in the series. I really want to read that. Oakley, no, spicy. No momento. Sorry. All right, we are back. Also, another thing, I have a couple of rereads that I'm dying to do this month, and because I have to reread them to continue on and finish out with the series, I'm going to count those on my physical TBR. I don't typically necessarily do that, but I don't know. We're just gonna have to see, because I know that Legendborn by Tracy Deonn is also on my TBR this month, and I'm dying to read that. So yeah, we will just kind of see what the vibe is for that. Oh, crash. I think that's all I have to talk to you guys about. Hopefully this Red Bull kicks in for like the half shift that I'm working today. I can always hope for that. So we're gonna do that. Oh, also remind me, we are going to pick my Aardvark book club books for this month in this vlog too. We'll do that tomorrow. But yeah, the goal is to do this. I think what I need to do is find like 3 or 4, maybe 5 bigger books that I want to read this month, and kind of like have those in the back of my mind. I also really need to focus on my 2025 TBR as well, because I'm really flopping at that as well. But I don't know, we'll make it work. We'll make whatever happens. But the name of the game is to at least read 30 books this month. So hopefully I can stay this motivated to do this. I have not done a 30 and 30 since like 2022, and I did that when I had a full-time job. So if I can do it with a full-time job, I should be able to do it with, well, technically I feel like I have a full-time job with the 1-year-old and a part-time job, but figure that out. I also don't want to miss any uploads this month, because I feel like, I don't know, I actually think I uploaded 3 times last month, so that's not too bad. I don't know. At this point, I'm just rambling. I'm sorry. Like I said, probably when I get home, I will start on this. I'm really hoping that some 1-year-olds, not naming any names, are asleep when I get home, so that I can just like maybe take a bath or something and listen. Oh, that's funny. All right, I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you go, and I'll talk to you in a little while, hopefully with like halfway updates for this. If I can muster that, I'm hoping to maybe get like halfway through. I didn't see how long the audiobook was. I wasn't paying attention, so hopefully I can get... Oh, you're fine. I'm hoping I can get at least halfway through this before tomorrow, like afternoon sometime. We can talk about it, like tomorrow morning. I'm hoping I can get about halfway through this by tomorrow morning. Okay, we'll talk later. Sorry, I'm a little bit overstimulated. I need to turn my AC back on. I'm like dying in here, so I'll talk to you guys probably tomorrow. Okay, you guys should let me know if you like this, like the blurry background better. I feel like it's kind of blurry. I don't know. Anyway, it is the next day. We are officially a book behind, but never fear. I think that today it'll be pretty easy to finish a book. So I started 2 books last night before I went to bed. Should we talk about the big one or the little one first? I don't think I can. Okay, actually, I don't think I can film in cinematic like I thought I could, because it's not focusing on the books. One sec. Much better. Okay, so the first book I started was House of Hearts by Skyla Arndt. I'm not gonna say her name right this whole video, I have a feeling. Essentially, in this book, we are following our main character, Violet, and she has just been accepted into this very prestigious school for her last year of high school. But what no one knows is that she is actually out for revenge because her friend died there, but they ruled it as can I say the S word? A suicide. They ruled it as self-inflicted instead of what Violet thinks it really was, which was on purpose. She believes that the head teacher in the school, the principal in the school, whatever you want to call it, basically the head honcho in charge of the school, she believes that her son pushed her best friend down, and she will do anything to get revenge and avenge the death of her best friend. And I am so very intrigued by this. Well, okay. I should not say so very intrigued. Like, I'm intrigued to where it's gonna go, but essentially, I haven't really gotten like too terribly far into it. I'm on page 49, chapter 5. And we have already met who I'm assuming is her love interest, Calvin. He is also the son of the head of the school, but he's not the son that Violet believes pushed her best friend down the stairs or over the balcony. I don't remember if it was the stairs or balcony or whatever it was, but like I said, I'm really intrigued. I'm intrigued to see how her and Calvin become closer because I'm assuming that's who the romance is in between. I'm assuming it's like kind of like an enemies to lovers situation, so I'm really excited about that. I'm really intrigued because she thinks that it's, should I say this? I think it's fine. She thinks that it's because of a social or a secret society that her friend died. She thinks that there is a possibility that she was killed, just because of that. Maybe she knew too much. She doesn't really know yet. But I believe Violet just got an invitation to the House of Hearts, which is the secret society in this. And she is going to try to figure out what happened to her friend. So, like I said, I'm intrigued by this. I love this cover. It was an automatic cover, like, pre-order. I knew I needed it in my collection when I saw the cover. I'm really hoping I love this. So far I'm liking it. Like, it's fine. I'm 50 pages into a 300-page book though. 274. But I'm really hoping that we pick up in the next little bit where this book is so short. But I am excited to see where it goes. And then, gosh, sorry, I feel like my throat sounds terrible. We're all getting sick in the house, which is wonderful. The next book I started, I actually think did I start this last night or this morning? I think I started it this morning. When the World Tips Over by Jan D. Nelson. This is one of the 4 bigger books that I want to get to on my TBR. I'll show you the other 3 in a second if I haven't already. But my mom is FaceTiming me. One sec. I'm sure she wants to see Oakley. Give me one moment. Sorry. Alrighty, we are back for just a second. Hopefully the cat keeps distracting my 1-year-old. So, When the World Tips Over by Jan D. Nelson. That's the next book that I started yesterday. In this book, we are following Dizzy, Winton, and Miles. And all of them in their own rights are kind of outcasts in the town that they live in. I guess I'll talk to you later. I don't foresee that stopping anytime soon. All right, we are back. Hopefully I can do this quick. I'm making lunch. Oakley is asleep for her nap, so hopefully she stays asleep for a little while. I don't know. It all depends. I should probably go check on her in a couple minutes, but When the World Tips Over. Okay, in this book, we follow our main characters, Dizzy, Miles, and of course I would forget his name, I think, Winton. And it follows some like mysterious interactions between this girl that they've all met, but no one knows who she is. She's just kind of a girl that seems to show up for them whenever they like need it the most, if that makes sense. So like, for example, Dizzy was in an she was almost killed and she swooped in and saved her, stuff like that. So we have that going on. Plus there are very difficult family dynamics at play because their father has unfortunately passed away. However, all of the kids can see his ghost. It's like he came back to life and fled their town. It's like almost like the only way that you can flee this town is if you die and then get resurrected, because it is almost impossible to leave this town. There's like bad juju or something with it, and every time you go to pass the border, your car breaks down, you get a flat tire, you know, just crazy stuff like that. So I should probably tell you their ages. So Dizzy is 12, Miles is 17, and Winton Winton is 19 years old. So they're all a little bit like differing in age, which is very interesting. I'm kind of intrigued to see, because I feel like, I don't know if this is correct, but I have a feeling that all of these characters are gonna kind of like come into contact with her, obviously, but they are also going to like have some kind of feelings towards her, which is interesting. I don't know. I will say I'm really liking this book. I am really like happy that I decided to read it. The past, like, I'm 84 pages in. It has flown by. I feel like I haven't even read that much and I'm 84 pages in. But what I will say is there are, okay, the amount of times that this little girl talks about like sex is a little bit jarring to me. I'm not gonna lie. And yes, it is only because of her age. I feel like even if she was just a little bit older, like 15, or honestly, I prefer her to be like above 18, obviously. But even if she was like in her teens, like 15, like higher teens, like 15, 16, 17, I don't know. I feel like, or is that mid-teens? Okay, it does not matter. I'm getting lost in semantics. It's fine. I don't like that. I'm just gonna be honest. I think it's a little bit too much. Like talking about orgasms and stuff like that. Or talking about just like, I don't know. Talking about masturbation too, which is kind of crazy. And it's weird because it's not coming from the two teenage boys that I think it would be coming from, right? So, yeah, I'm interested to see kind of where the rest of the book goes though. Hopefully it's not like, hopefully every time we aren't in her POV, it's like she mentions stuff about sex, because it just feels weird to have a 12-year-old, you know. I don't know. Maybe I just had a very different childhood. I don't know. But yeah, just, I don't know. Maybe I'm being a prude. You'll have to let me know. But so the goal right now where Oakley is asleep, I need to get my reading video finished. Like, I need to finish editing it and upload it. I don't think I have too much left of the watch. I just did not have the motivation to do it yesterday, and I need to do it today. I wanted to post it today. It's not gonna happen, I don't think, unless I like really pull it together. We're gonna do that. Obviously, I cannot listen to either of these books while I'm doing that, or read a book physically, obviously, so we're just gonna do this. I'm also thinking of throwing like a romantasy in the mix somewhere. I did open up The Veiled Kingdom by Holly Renee. I did do that. I also got the audiobook. It's on sale at this moment from Audible for less than $5. So I was like, I think it was like $4.25. I was like, sign me up, I better get it. So that's on my 2025 TBR. So that'll be good to kind of knock that one off there too. And so is this one. And like I said, I'm really enjoying it. So I don't know, if I continue to like it, I'm gonna think about ordering I'll Give You the Sun. That is her more popular work. I think that people have been waiting for When the World Tips Over for like, I mean, over a decade at this point. It's been a while, but I know that I told you guys, I promised that I would show you the other like 3 bigger books that I'm planning on reading. I feel like it's a little bit like, I don't know. I know this sounds probably kind of silly, but I feel like when you're reading 30 books in 30 days, a lot of people don't like it. Like, a lot of people just don't like people reading a lot in general, I feel like. So I feel like having these like 4 books over at least 400 pages will kind of chill the masses. So obviously we have When the World Tips Over. I believe that's a little over 550 pages. Then we have Calabasas by R.F. Kuang, and this is 541. Very excited about this. This is a new release from R.F. Kuang. I love her books. I've read The Poppy War and The Dragon Republic. Dragon Republic, in my opinion, perfect book. No notes on that one. I need to reread them. I'm scared to reread them. I need to reread them to read The Burning God. I'm scared to read them because I hold The Burning God at such high regard that if I do not like that, or sorry, The Dragon Republic at such a high regard that if I do not like it, it will be the end of this channel. No, just kidding. But it feels like it'll be something like, you know, have a detrimental impact on my mental health, but you know. And that is also a book, I think I read it in like 2019, 2020. I still think about like multiple parts of that book I wouldn't say every day, because I don't think about like one particular thing every day necessarily, book related wise, but I don't know. Then we have Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. This is 533 pages. And again, like very excited about that. I think I'm going to like really enjoy that. I'm not sure whether or not to like kind of stack the ones I'm excited about, which I was really excited about this, but like I was kind of apprehensive about it. I don't know. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting off on a tangent. And then we have The Courting of Bristol Keats, which is 541 pages. So, and I need to read this to see if I want to pre-order the second book when it comes out, I believe in November. So it's also my 2025 TBR. Hopefully we can get a good chunk of those books read because it's looking pretty dire right now. I'm also trying to decide, so Manacled was on my TBR, my 2025 TBR, and I can find the audiobook on YouTube, and I'm trying to decide if I want to read that or if I want to swap out Alchemized. But I do know that if I don't read, I feel like if I don't read Manacled before I read Alchemized, then I probably won't read it. So I don't know. I'm really trying to decide. I did start it. I feel like there's probably going to be a little bit of a slower start, so I don't know. Maybe I'll try to read like 10-15 pages of that a day. I also have Divine Rivals and Ruthless Ends. I finally bit the bullet and bought the hardcover UK edition of Ruthless Vows, so I'm kind of like itching to read those two as well. So at least like I'm reading a bunch of books off of my physical TBR. That's pretty good. And then other plans for today. So I think obviously I'm gonna keep trucking along in this. I kind of want to try to get to page 300. I don't know if I'll be able to, but that would be really nice if I could. So we'll try to get to page 300 if I can. Obviously I would really like to finish this. I feel like, you know, it's short. I feel like I can do that. I have an hour left of the Hobbit audiobook, and I've had an hour for the past month or 2 months at least. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's not that I'm not liking it, but I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like tedious listening process, which is interesting. So I kind of want to finish that. Like I said, I'm liking it. I don't know what I would rate it right now. Probably like it's sitting at like 3.75 4-star range, so I don't think that's too bad, but I think I might finish that, and I am going to count it towards the challenge, even though it's only an hour and a half, or it's less than an hour and a half, I guess. And then I'm also reading the second book in the Gold Rush Ranch series by Elsie Silver, and I really want to get more into that. I was really liking it. And I think I have like 2 hours left of that audiobook too. So I don't know. I feel like I could get a lot of reading done today if I really like put my mind to it. Stephen won't be home until 8 tonight, so, and I literally have nowhere to go. No one is home. So I'm thinking what I'm probably going to do is maybe like, I don't know if I should finish this first or if I should finish The Hobbit to kind of give myself a boost. Regardless, I need to finish like 2 books today. So I'm like back on track, right? Because today's the 3rd, I think, question mark. I'm all behind on my days, but yeah, I think that is the plan for now. So I'm gonna go and edit my video. I'm gonna eat lunch, and hopefully by the time that the video is uploading, Oakley, I don't know, maybe she'll be asleep, maybe she'll be awake. I also need to edit my TBR video so I actually remember what kind of books I put on there. Also, I mentioned this in my blog that I'm posting probably tomorrow. At this point, my full moon readathon, I was really enjoying this. I'm really loving the writing style, so I'm thinking that I want to dive back into this, but I did want to read it slower, and I feel like I'm having a good like mix of books that are kind of like medium to slower paced with the like, you know, whatever. I don't know. I feel like this book just needs to be like read like in a chill manner. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. And also, look how annoying this is. That's printed on there. Illegal. But okay, I've yapped your guys' ears off long enough. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go do all the things we talked about. I will be back in just a little while. Ooh, remind me, I want to, want is a strong word, but I think it'd be fun to give you guys like an Animal Crossing like village tour. Mind you, my Animal Crossing village is not great. I just got into it and I'm just trying to get like, I don't know, trying to figure everything out. I don't have terraforming unlocked. I think you have to be a 3-star island, and I think I'm only 2 stars. So, okay. I really better go. That pasta that is like boiling in there, probably mush by now. So talk to you later. Hi besties, what's up? Okay, I'm sorry. I promise we will get some more interesting like background situations soon. I just wanted to hurry and come on here and update you guys about what I finished last night, because I finished 2 books last night, and then I really need to lock in and get some stuff done around the house before Oakley wakes up, because as soon as she wakes up, it is like all hell breaks loose essentially. So I actually ended up finishing 2 things yesterday. I did not, okay, first let's talk about this. I actually was on chapter 4 when I updated you. I had just read like a couple pages in chapter 4, so I didn't realize it. So I got up to chapter 5 in this before I went to bed. I was trying to calm down. Well, I'll get to it in a second, I guess, but I did that, and then I did not read any more of When the World Tips Over, because I decided that I was going to pick up a couple books that have been on my currently reading for about 2 months now, that I haven't really made any headway in, and I was actually surprised that I finished both of them. I thought I was gonna like finish one and maybe like get headway into another. I wasn't really sure, but the first one I decided to finish was The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. The next books I'm going to talk about are on my physical TBR. I just am not exactly sure where they are right now, so we'll figure out page counts and everything later. But I really I shouldn't say I really enjoyed it, because I enjoyed it. I feel like maybe possibly this book is like, it's a victim of me like not, I don't know, like it's a victim of me not like immersion reading it, because I feel like this book would have done really well if I had immersion read it, and if I had like not waited 2 months to finish the last hour and 20 minutes is what I had left. I wish I wouldn't have like done that. I wish I would have finished it like at least last month if I had to like, wait. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I rated it 4 stars. I do still think it's a good story. I think that the emotional impact of the book would have been better had I finished it like sooner than 2 months after I started it, essentially. So there's that one. Like I said, 4 stars. I did enjoy it. I'm happy that I read it, because The Lord of the Rings, the first book, is actually on my 2025 TBR, so I don't know if I should start cracking along in that. I feel like I'm gonna like The Lord of the Rings better than The Hobbit. I have no reason to say that, I guess, but I will be buying a different edition of The Hobbit that I have, and I'll probably just be donating the one I have. I got it for like $2 on Bango, I think, so no money really lost there. But I got these really pretty dust jackets from Nerdy Ink, and the copy of The Hobbit that I have does not fit the dust jacket, so it's what it is. It's fine. If I could find the version on Pango that does fit the dust jacket, I would buy it off of there, but so far I have not seen it. It is specifically the collector's edition. So also, I'm sorry, I promise I've been drinking water. I'm sick, of course, on like the week that I actually have like the whole week off of work. I'm sick. Screw me. I just like, I'm kind of irritated by that, but it is what it is. I probably really just need a bath and a nap. I don't think that'll get rid of my sickness, but I don't know. The whole house is sick, and I'm like, how did this happen? Like, we've been doing so good, but it is what it is. So the second book that I finished was Off to the Races by Elsie Silver, I believe, or A Photo Finish. That's the second book in that series, I believe. So I read that and I really liked it. I'm so glad that I didn't like give up on the series, because I read the first book and it was like 3 stars, and I think that was being a little bit generous. Like, I don't think I would have rated it under like 2.75, 2.5, but like it was definitely a step down from the Chestnut Spring series, and I was like, you have got to be joking me. Like, this is the last time I ever read any author's books out of publication order, which is a lie. But I was so irritated, and I was like, I don't know, do I just unhaul the other 2 books that I have in the series, or do I read the second book and just see? Because I had canceled my pre-order for the third book. The second book had already like gotten to me, I believe, or what I think happened was I pre-ordered the second book and it didn't come with the like mountains, so I sold the one that didn't have the mountains and I bought the one with it before I read the first one, and then I canceled my pre-order for the third one, but I didn't for the fourth one, so I have the fourth one. I think if there's any like book in the series that I'm like guaranteed to like, it's the fourth one. But yeah, I really like this one. This one follows Cole and Violet, and Violet is like the sister of the Eaton brothers, and she is a competitive horse jockey. She really loves her job, and Cole is kind of this like elusive like military man who's gone through a lot of trauma, who has like kind of secrets of his own that he's kind of dealing with and trying to come to terms with. And they actually had a very like non-conventional start to their relationship. She is actually like kind of a cam girl. She kind of like works on a website like OF essentially, and they kind of got closer through that, but the problem was that he did not want her to know his identity because of a couple things that he deemed wrong with himself because of like society and his ex-fiance, like what she would say to him and stuff. So it was really hard for him, and they ended up kind of going their separate ways because he couldn't give her what she wanted, and she like was giving him what he wanted, but he wanted more, so he kind of pushed her away a little bit. But obviously they come back into contact. They kind of worked through everything. It was definitely really hard for Cole because his someone really close to him actually like passed away from a horse riding incident, and so that was definitely like a theme throughout the book, as well as like trauma associated with that, and like how do we kind of support the people we love when someone else that we loved got killed doing the thing that they're doing, kind of thing. So like I said, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. Definitely a step up from the first book, which I'm really happy about. So yeah, I don't have the third book on my physical TBR. I don't know if later in the month I'm gonna want to like use one of my like free spots, or like one of my 14 now, I guess, books that I don't own to do that. But I feel like to read the fourth book I should read the third book, so I don't know, we'll see. I'm really happy with the progress I made. I was about 12 chapters into that one. I think I was like right in between 12 and 13, or 11 and 12, something like that. So we will figure out like kind of, well, not exactly where I was. I'll kind of skim the pages, but I'll figure out where I was, and I will kind of, I think I want to put the number of pages that I've read so far during this like challenge right now, and editing Makenzie. I know you're gonna put like LOL. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. You're gonna do it. This is a threat. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, my goal for today. We have like so many missing things in the house right now, and I actually had like a panic attack about it last night. It was not good. I woke up and I had to come out into the living room to get a couple things because Oakley needed her diaper change and stuff. So I came out here, got her wipes and her diaper, and I couldn't find her wipes because I didn't turn the lights on, and her wipes were actually in the hallway, whatever. But I had a full-blown panic attack because I cannot find my keys. My keys have been missing since, like, I don't know. They went missing in between like Sunday and like Tuesday night. I could have sworn that I saw them on Tuesday, but they're gone. I don't know where they are. I'm like praying that they didn't accidentally get thrown away, which is like kind of what I'm worried about happened. I couldn't sleep last night, so that's like part of it. Like, I had fallen asleep and then I had kind of gotten woken up by something, and that's when I felt that Oakley needed her diaper changed and stuff because she was in bed with us as always. And because I was kind of like in that weird like in between like sleep and not sleep, I think that it really heightened my emotions, and I started crying and like I was like shaking. I was like, this can't be happening. Like, I can't lose my keys. Like, it has my wallet attached to it. Like, it's fine. It's either somewhere in the house or it's in the landfill by now. Like, it'll be fine. I'm really praying that it's somewhere in here. I should probably stop talking about it because I can feel myself getting worked up and stressed out over it. I literally do not know what to do if it's not in our house. I don't know how to go about, like, all my cards are in there except for my debit card, which is also lost. That's a whole nother situation. But everything is in there but my debit card, luckily, because heaven forbid. And luckily the like little like clicker beep beep thing for my card does not work. So even if someone did find them, they couldn't, like, you know, whatever. It is what it is. I've been putting it off for a while now, but I think I'm gonna buy air tags for mine and Steven's keys. Especially with Miss Sticky Fingers in our house, like, everything gets lost so easily. His Nintendo Switch has been lost for about a month and a half now. We can't find that either, and my camera is also gone. Oh, sorry, the doctor's office has called me. 1 second. We're back. Everything was changed. We are doing good. So, now what I need to decide is I definitely want to finish like House of Hearts today. I think that that's like going to be a really easy thing to do. I'm very intrigued by it so far. We just got a like kind of like low-key kind of like good reveal at the end of chapter 4, so I'm intrigued to keep reading it. I also forgot, but I'm actually currently reading A Study in Drowning by Alison Saft, and I was really liking that one as well. My book, I got an aardvark book, and the poor dust jacket, one thing they don't warn you about is like babies will find anything with water and just dump it out. It should be on the user manual that you don't get, but so yeah, the dust jacket got completely ruined. It got liquid IV spilled all over it, so that's great. It got ruined. I'm probably gonna end up like donating the hardcover that I do have because I don't like want a hardcover that doesn't have a dust jacket, if that makes sense, if I do end up liking it. And if I do end up liking it anyway, like, I'm probably not gonna have the rest of Alison Saft's books in like hardcover if I do buy more stuff from her. So especially like taller hardbacks, like I feel like all of her hardbacks that I've seen have been like kind of the shorter ones maybe. So anyway, I could read that. I definitely want to read more of this today, but I'm kind of like vibing a little bit of a comfort reread, if I can think of one. So far we are like 1 book off of the Kindle TBR and 2 books off of the physical TBR, so I feel like I could kind of use one of my like 14 that I have left on a reread. I know that it doesn't make sense that I'm like splitting it in half necessarily, but I do think that it's a good way to be like, okay, like I'm getting through my physical TBR because there's no point in like only reading books off of my Kindle TBR, because like even if I unhaul them, they aren't gonna make much space in my house, and we need space. So, but I will figure it out. I'm wondering if I don't know, if I keep listening to this. I don't have very much longer in it, even though like I have the good majority of the book. The audiobook is so short, so it won't take me too long to read. I don't know. I just need to figure out what I want to read and just do it. No, I feel like I'm overthinking it, but like after the night I had last night, it was, I don't know, I'm just having a really rough time today. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna look at my bookshelves. I know that like none of my rereads or like none of the books that I've read are necessarily like on there, but if I can think of a comfort reread that I would like to do, I will do that. But if not, I will probably continue actually when the world tips over. Also, I wanted to tell you guys, actually I don't remember what the audiobook was that I like downloaded off of Everand, but maybe I can read that as well. I feel like I should. But I love Sarah Adams. She wrote one of my favorite books of last year, and I wonder if like something that's like in a similar vein to that would be like a good idea. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I will come and update you guys regardless of what I start. I don't know. I'm procrastinating so bad. I do not want to go back into her room and keep sorting out clothes. That's what I did for like 2 hours yesterday, and the problem is, like, all of her clothes had to get rewashed because a cat ended up in her clothes, and we had like a bunch of like clothes that still fit her like after the 6-month mark that were like 0 to 3. I don't know, some of the sizing is really weird on baby clothes depending on what kind of brand you get, but like we have like some 0 to 3 months that I know definitely didn't fit her. But this thing has been the bane of my existence since she was born. We were already a little bit behind on laundry, but we've been behind on laundry since she was born, probably before that, and it's finally all done, minus obviously like the things that we've worn this week and stuff, but like it's all done, so we can finally like throw this away. It's like completely broken. There's like no point in keeping it. We can't fix it. It's like, it's broken. So there were a lot of like 0 to 3 month clothes in this one in particular because they were just kind of like rotting at the bottom a little bit. So I need to take those out the garage. And then we have like 12 months and 6 to 9 months that were also in there, because some of her 12-month clothes were still fitting her up until recently. She's 16 months. I don't know, I'm really confused about baby sizing. Or like baby clothes sizing. She just wears what fits her basically, I guess. So I need to stop procrastinating. I do not want to go and keep sorting, but I need to do it like early in the morning where it's still cool outside, because yesterday it was unbearable. Like, my house gets so hot, and the problem is it is like cool up until like a certain point of the day, and then it gets hot like at once, or like it's maybe like a comfortable warmness, and then all of a sudden it gets unbearable, and then I can't cool my house down fast enough. So I'm wondering if I should just turn on my AC right now, save myself the heartache. But okay, I think we've been talking long enough. I just do not want to clean today, but I know that it'll make me feel better if I get something done. And my bookshelf reorganization video still needs to be finished. I haven't even finished reorganizing my bookshelves. It's a whole thing. I'm like not doing very well today. I don't want to harp on about it, right? Like I don't know, it just feels like everything happened at once, and because I'm sick, I feel like that's probably not helping, even though it's just like a cold. It's just so, it also doesn't help that I just want a night where Oakley will sleep in her own bed, but because she's sick, I know she won't. Like, she wakes up like every 5 minutes. Okay, it's not every 5 minutes, but I don't know, I'm just a little bit overwhelmed right now. And I came to a realization last night, and I'm kind of emotional about it because it can't happen anytime soon. I don't know, it's just been a lot. And I feel really bad for my cousin. She's really going through it right now. She's about to have a baby, and she is having a really, really hard time, and I feel really bad for her. It's not like, it's like outside sources that are like making her life difficult right now, and I feel really bad because she doesn't deserve that. Like, she's been through enough, and she's just really struggling right now. Like, she's finally found her peace, and her peace is kind of being interrupted right now. You know what, she like is already such a good mom. I don't think she watches my videos, and if she does, she's a silent watcher, which is fine, but like I'm really proud of her because she's already standing her ground for her baby so well, and her family so well, and like I'm really proud of her because a lot of parents don't do that even when the baby is here, let alone when the baby isn't. So I'm proud of her. It's just it's been a lot. It's just been a lot on my mind, and I don't know. Actually, I'm probably PMSing, not to like start that stereotype in the chat, but like PMSing has gotten so much worse since I've had my baby, and that's like, I'm scared. I don't know if this is like a chat that I should have in here, but I don't know. Just a lot of things have been on my mind. Like, I really want another baby. And I think that's why I'm so emotional, because I really want one, but we literally do not have any room. Like, Steven and I would have to sleep on the porch if we had another baby. We don't have room for another one. Even if we took my bookshelves out of Oakley's room, like, there's no way. There's just no way that would be fine. And like, we can't move. You know, we can't move. We don't have the funds to move. I wish we did, but I don't know. We've just kind of been like making it by for a while now, and we've been doing great. Like, it's been fine, but like, we haven't had enough money to like save like $20,000 or honestly $40,000 for down payment. At this point, like, housing is so ridiculous, and the houses where we live are like cheaper than a lot of other places, so it's just so frustrating. And like, we don't even have enough really to like make a down payment, and I believe like it'd be probably the first 2 months of rent that would be due. Like, we don't have enough to even do that, and I'm assuming that like I really miss our old apartment. I think about the apartment all the time. We had so much space. It was like, and I don't know if it's so much easier to keep clean because Oakley was like whatever, or if it's because we had enough storage for like everything that we had for the most part. I don't know. I'm just feeling so many things right now. I feel silly crying on camera. If only were a book making me cry, maybe I should like pull out all the stops and just read like the saddest book I can think of and get a good like therapeutic cry, even though I think I would cry over like almost anything right now. I don't know. Oh, also, if you think that I'm a pretty crier right now, I don't cry like this normally. Usually it is a sob fest. There's snot running down my face. My eyes are puffy. I feel like my eyes are Yeah, they're kind of getting puffy. I don't know. Usually I don't cry like this. I'm just like, it's just a lot. Anyway, I need to pull myself together a little bit. I need to just get a couple things done, and I think I'll feel better. I should have really tried to go back to sleep, but I rolled over and the blinds were slightly cracked open, and as soon as my brain sees sun or recognizes that there's sun, there's no way I'm going back to sleep. So I'm gonna go, like I've probably said about 5 times now, and I'm gonna get a couple of things done that I need to do. I also have a vlog that's going up today. I don't know when I'm gonna schedule it for. Maybe I'll post it at 10. It really doesn't matter at this point. I need to make the thumbnail though, so probably do that too. But that is problems for like maybe an hour from now, Makenzie, not right now. So I'm gonna go start working on things that, like, I think if I get a lot of stuff done today, it'll make me feel better. And if I still don't find anything that I'm looking for, then maybe I can have a mental breakdown, but it's too early in the day to do this. I'm gonna have a migraine later if I keep crying, so. Okay, I know I promised like a different angle. I lied. I have to be as far away from my child as I can be, and I don't want to go in the kitchen, so we're just gonna deal with this for a little bit. Okay, so it is Friday. What's up? Hello. I think you guys could tell yesterday that I just was not myself, and I didn't read very much yesterday until like right before bed. And then I'm obsessed with this. I'm definitely gonna finish this today. So I read a whopping 217 pages yesterday of this book, I think. 216 pages of this book, which is crazy. I did this all last night. And then by the time I hit 1, I was like, I really do need to go to bed. So I did. I cannot stop reading this. This book is so good. I can't believe I was gonna like unhaul it. I just can't believe that. I feel like I saw a booktuber that I watch give it like 3 stars. She said that it wasn't like as great as Jandy Nelson's other books, but I'm really loving this. I love the characters. I love the story. It's making me smile so much yesterday. It just, and yeah, it's so good. I'm really excited to get back into it today. I'm definitely gonna finish it, but that was like basically all that I read yesterday, besides obviously the 1 chapter that I read of this. I'm thinking what I might do today so that I can finish both books. I don't know how, I guess it really doesn't matter how many chapters this has, because this does not have chapter numbers or anything, but I'm thinking that I'm gonna do a little like back and forth thing. If I have to read 2 chapters of this and 1 chapter of that, that's fine, but I need to keep working on it because I think I could finish both of these today. That's kind of the goal, at least. And then I guess, okay, actually that I did start Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher yesterday, but I fell asleep listening to it because it was nap time. So I don't know if I'm actually gonna read that during this readathon or not, but I guess we'll see where the wind takes us. I would have to restart the whole book though. Like, I really don't remember much of what happened because I was out like a light in a couple minutes. So nothing to do with the book, everything to do with me. So there are my like reading updates. I'm sorry that it's not like a lot. I also really don't really know what to say. I am really hoping that this book does not end the way that I think it might, because I will be a sobbing mess. I will record myself if that happens. I'm so bummed. I still can't find my camera. I don't know what happened to her, so hopefully I can like get off of the audiobook fast enough to record myself on my phone. If it ends the way I think it might end, and I really don't want it to end that way, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm really liking that there is a certain like character that is like introduced at the kind of like the beginning-ish of this book that I didn't think would have like this big of a role in this book, and I'm really happy that we are getting like their backstory and we're getting to know them and stuff like that. That's so wonderful. I think that is also what's really like making the book good. I feel like all of our characters are so different and dynamic, and I feel like Jandy Nelson is like very good at characters in general, writing characters, and this has just like the right amount of plot, I think, for a character-driven story, because I think that's what this is. It's a character-driven story, so I feel like she is doing, she's doing, I feel like she knows what she's doing when it comes to character-driven books, which is good. So I'm loving that. That was like, this is like the perfect thing. I just can't believe that I was gonna like unhaul it if I didn't get to it this year. I'm glad that I am though, because I do feel like this is like the right time to read it. I don't know. I wanted to read it before it got like super cold outside, because I feel like this isn't a fall book. I'm right, but like I don't feel like this is a fall book. So I feel like I can't really say much because yeah, there's just a lot of like intertwining parts, and I don't really know what to say without spoiling stuff, so it's fine. We also have a little bit of an unboxing. So I'm not subscribed to Fake Crate. I love Fake Crate. I was subscribed to them for a long time, but just, you know, book boxes are expensive, and getting them I think Fake Rate is every month, if I'm not mistaken, and getting them every month was just a little bit like too regular, I guess. But we have this. So what you're gonna see is not how this box came to me. I bought this secondhand for like, I don't want to say a fraction of the price, but it was pretty good considering. I'm pretty sure they charge like $40-50 per box. So here is what we are looking at. Like I said, okay, I opened this yesterday for a serotonin boost, so I won't show you all the garbage, but I wanted to show you what was in here. I think this is the June or July box, if I'm not mistaken. So if you haven't seen the June or July box items and stuff like that, I would skip. But anyway, so first we got this little jewelry box. I don't know if I'll use it, but I will keep it. We just don't travel a lot, and if I'm wearing jewelry like when I leave, that's the jewelry that I'm going to be wearing the whole trip basically. So but there's that, like, it's so cute. I really love the design. I'm going to show you guys one more time. The design is so cute. I really like the design. And then we have these like little book magnets that are apparently all backwards, so let me get those out. We have a little book stack. We have some little sparkles. My favorite, a little bow, a little cup of coffee. I also really like the little hearts as well. And then the little disco ball is also very cute. So I think I'm gonna put those on my book cart. If you guys would like, I need to finish like reorganizing my bookshelves. I feel like I talk about that in every single video. You guys probably want to like throat punch me every time I mention it because it's been a long time coming and I'm still not done with it. It's just that room in particular that my bookshelves are in. We don't have like an AC situation in our house. We have like window ACs and that room does not have a window AC. So I can be in there for a couple minutes, but after like, I would say like 15-30 minutes, I'm like drenched in sweat, which is really gross. So, you know, I would much prefer not to be in there when it's warm outside. That and like the room is kind of in disarray because we have a bunch of baby clothes that need to be sorted and putted. Okay, Mackenzie. We have a bunch of baby clothes that need to be sorted and put away. I worked on that for like 2 hours. Oh, it is such a pain in the neck. I wish I would have like kept up with it. It is what it is. So I need to continue on with that. I need to do a bunch of stuff. Okay, so next we have like these little like bookshelf bookend things. I honestly, I'm not sure if I'm gonna use these, but they're kind of cool. I don't remember what fandom they were based off of. I guess I can tell you like as soon as we get to the spoiler card, which is on the very bottom. Apparently another empty box. Okay. And then I'm gonna show you this art. Oh my gosh, I was gagged when I saw it the first time. It's so pretty. Look at that. Ooh. Okay, the reason I bought this was because of the book. I've read the book. I really liked the book. And as soon as I saw this edition in particular, I'm a pink girly. I usually wear a lot of black because every time I wear a different color, little nasty hands put food all over it. I don't know what it is about the colorful shirts, but it seems to attract more mess. I don't know, but it's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Okay. Oh, there's a acrylic. Oh, okay. Sorry. That was a note for the book thingies. But this is Tenderly I Am Devoured by Lindell Clipstone. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I really love the original cover as well, like the original US cover. I have that as well in my bedroom. I really want the UK paperback. If you guys have not seen that, it is so pretty. It is so pretty. I love it. Here is the hardcover. I love this. This is a book steeped in like folklore and a girl falling in love with a god, and an arranged marriage and stuff like that. Like, it is so good. We have the end pages, which I don't know. I like the end pages, I think. Maybe I don't, honestly. His arm and hand look really creepy. Maybe that's what's giving me the ick, is the arms and the hands. But this is so pretty. I saw this cover and I was like, I need that in my collection ASAP. And I'm so glad that I found it for a good price, because usually people are selling like Fairy Loot and Fake Rate and other books like that for like $50-$60. And the way that I got this whole box, I don't know if it was like shelf price, what I would have paid for it had I got it shipped to the US, but I love it. I also have like a really sad update. Okay, so obviously we know that my card is lost. I know that it's like somewhere because it hasn't been used. there's no suspicious activity, but Aardvark is not letting me push my card through. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know. It just really sucks. It really sucks. I should have got my husband's card information and put that on there, but it's like so bad because I'm so excited for my Aardvark books this month, and I'm worried that they're gonna get sold out because they have some like really pretty special editions of books, and I was really excited to read them, but alas, I'm guessing that I'm probably just gonna have to wait. But yeah, this was the serotonin boost I needed yesterday, so I'm really happy that I was able to get this for such a good price. Oh, sorry. I'm not gonna cry. I was about to sneeze. Ooh. Okay. I will say, if there is a specific like fake rate box that you are looking for, I got this off of Mercari. Like I said, just depending on the box and like how popular the book is, which I wouldn't say that like Tenderly I Am Devoured is like not popular necessarily, but what I am saying is that I think that depending on like the popularity of the book or like how much people actually want it, depends on the price. And I would say like I had to searched on Mercari forever. Like as soon as I saw that the books were getting delivered to people, I was like, people are gonna start unhauling this. And actually I'm like really happy to say that people are not unhauling it as fast as I thought they would. I just think that a lot of people with like book subscription boxes, if they are not like instantly like interested in the book, they unhaul it, because there are like a lot of fake crate, owl crate books on Mercari and on Pango Books. I love Pango. But yeah, if you are ever looking for a special edition, I would recommend any of those sites. I will say Mercari has been a lifesaver because if there are like books in particular, there's a book that I really want, but I can't justify spending like the whole amount. You can do Pain 4s on Mercari, and that's been great. And obviously like I wouldn't recommend always doing Pain 4s because I feel like that's probably like part of the reason that sometimes we are in a little bit of a financial bind. But I've been really good about not doing it. I actually have been telling myself recently, if this all came out of your bank account, would you cry? If the answer is no, then you can put it on a Pain 4. If the answer is yes, then you need to not do that right now. So that's my philosophy. It's worked great so far. I'm gonna go. I have a feeling that we are not too far off of like Oakley waking up at this point. I don't really know what time it is. I kind of like got out of bed right after my husband left for work today. So, oh, and I brushed my hair. Did you guys notice? I feel like I've looked like rough this whole vlog. So I'm glad that I'm like as rough right now, but I'm gonna go blow my nose. I'm gonna start reading, maybe start playing. I don't know if I'm gonna play the phone game that I was playing or if I'm gonna play Animal Crossing. I kind of want to play through today, maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided. Probably do need to play through today because I kind of time traveled a little bit, so that my house and my bridges could be done, and so I need to time travel back. And I didn't play Wednesday, was it? So I need to go back through and play like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because I think it's Saturday in my game right now. So I guess I did play Friday, but anyway, I'm gonna do that. I love Animal Crossing so much. I can't believe I couldn't get into it for the longest time. I will say my depression, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but little Simsy is like a comfort content creator for me, and I will watch her VODs back like it's a religion. I love her VODs so much, and I think her Animal Crossing VODs have really gotten me into Animal Crossing. So yeah, I'm still kind of figuring out. My island looks like absolute garbage, but it is what it is. I'm really loving it. So yeah, anyway, I think that's all that I have to my throat is getting dry. I think that's all I have to talk to you all about right now, so I will talk to you in a little bit with some more updates. The way that I'm crying over this book with Mickey Mouse in the background is really crazy. And my headphones literally just died right as the book ended. Good grief. Whew. Man, I want another book with these characters. I really loved them. I really loved them. I need to read the rest of her backlist now. I don't have any of them. I'm gonna pull myself together a little bit. And I'll be back. Alright, hi besties. I have calmed down a little bit since the last chat that we had. I will kind of go over my thoughts and feelings on the rest of When the World Tips Over in a minute, but we are actually walking into the bedroom right now because I am looking for a book that is not going to make me cry. I feel like I'm emotionally like unavailable right now, or I need to be, because that was a lot for me. And while I don't think that the book that I've been talking about this whole vlog is gonna make me cry, it does deal with loss of a loved one, and I don't really want to read about that right now. So we are gonna come in here and kind of take a gander at what I have. I'm gonna look at like my hardcover shelves. I think if you guys are interested in it, I'd love to do a restocking my TBR cart video. It's right behind me. I was gonna show you, I'm not going to anymore, but it's right behind me. I feel like I need to like update it and stuff. Ooh, okay, so I came in here for this. However, I just saw this out of the corner of my eye, and I'm wondering if this is a good idea. I need to find an audiobook to listen to while I'm trying to get my small child. Oh, hey, be careful, you're gonna hurt yourself. While I get my small child to hopefully take a nap, because I'd like to come in here and keep reorganizing my bookshelves if I can. Do you like her pile of clothes that I'm sorting out? Oh my gosh, sort their clothes when they're in between sizes, because I have 0 to 3 all the way up to like 9 to 12 months. Poor decision on my part. Let's see. Welcome to my unmade bed. Well, let's see. I don't know. I guess I would really have to like look at the audiobooks. I know that I already have this one on on Amazon Audible. I know I already have Bone Crier's Moon on Audible, and I have a very good feeling that this will not make me cry. It's like Enemies to Lovers. I'm really excited about it. And then we have Full Moon Rising by Ruby Dixon, and it is a monster romance, and I have a hard time believing that a monster romance is gonna make me cry. And then as soon as I read one of these, or finish one of them, I will go back into the other one. This one is about 400 pages, a little under. And then this one, I believe, is probably closer to 450. I was right. It is 453 pages, but the words in this are a lot bigger, if you guys can see, than the words in Full Moon Rising. Yeah, see? Hey, you wild woman. I was also thinking of starting the Veiled Kingdom, but I don't know where my copy is. Maybe it's sitting over there because it's on my 2025 TBR. I'm also thinking that, I don't know. I don't actually know what I'm thinking. I don't have many thoughts in my head, but I don't know. I guess we're gonna see, because I kind of want like spice. Like that's like the exact opposite of whatever of the last book that I read, because that was like devastating emotionally. I might never recover from that book, to be honest, but we're gonna choose between these or the Veiled Kingdom. Maybe I'll read the first couple chapters of each and kind of figure out from there, but guess we will see. Right now, I probably need to get the small one down for a nap. So I will let you guys go, and I will tell you guys kind of what I've decided. Sound great? I think it does. I don't know, it might be good to finish, or to start the Veiled Kingdom, possibly, because you know what I just remembered? It's already on my currently reading, because I did read like the first page the other day, randomly, so I don't know. We'll think about it. We'll evaluate. All right, we will go over this stack of books in a second, but I wanted to come on here and update you all on kind of what I started, what I'm gonna attempt to finish tonight, plus what I'm gonna start tonight. So the next bigger book that I'm going to work on is The Courting of Bristol Keats. I don't think I told you guys that. If I did, I apologize, but we're gonna start this tonight later. And then I decided to continue on with Reckless. So, okay, me and this book have a very mixed story, I guess, if you will. I ended up really liking Powerless, actually. After like 5 times of trying to get into it, I really liked it. And I was really excited to continue on with the series. And then Powerful destroyed me on a molecular level. And I honestly didn't want to continue the series. I was kind of butthurt that it still went the way that I thought it was going to go, basically. But then I started this, and I am liking this. But I soft DNF'd it around February or March, I think. I honestly can't remember what month I started it in. But I re-put it in Goodreads as March, so I don't know. We're just gonna go with that. So I read the first like 20% of the bit, and then I just kind of stopped reading it, but I'm not gonna restart it. I'm looking for my phone and I'm filming on it. I'm not gonna restart it. There's no point in that. I remember everything that's happened up to this point, so we're gonna continue on with this. I am intrigued to see where it goes. I'm really hoping that like this book and the last book in the series really like blow me out of the water, but we'll see. I'm really hoping they do. I'm also really hoping that Stephen is feeding his parents animals. Okay, he's not. And then I wanted to go over like the little stack of books I'm gonna probably pick from this weekend, because I don't know if Stephen works tomorrow, but I don't know how much time I'm gonna get away from him and Oakley to film. So obviously we talked about some of these, but I went book shopping on my shelf and I found all of these and I was like, okay, cool. So we have Don't Let Go by Kelsey Ray. Not sure if I'm gonna continue on with this. Well, I bought the whole series and then I realized, why did I do that? It was like a moment of blackout. We have The Veiled Kingdom by Holly Renee, Bonecryer's Moon, which we've already talked about. We have Salt Bones, which I'm really excited to read. I have the audiobook as well. Obviously Bold Moon Rising, and then we have the roll book. So these are all the ones that I'm like kind of in the mood for, quote unquote, right now. I guess we will just kind of see where it goes. After I finish Reckless, we will be jumping in to House of Hearts again, because I do really want to finish that. And I think our time to talk about books has expired because I think my husband is home. So I promise we will talk about this. Short thoughts, 5 stars. And I really love this. And I honestly can't believe it's not more popular than, you know, I don't know. I'm surprised it's not more popular than it is. I really liked it. I really want to read all of Jandy Nelson's backlist now, which is dangerous. I will not be like, I don't know. Should I go on a book buying ban this month? I wonder if I should. Much to think about, much to discuss. My aardvark is not working. It's not letting me purchase anything, so I don't really know what to do there, to be honest. I guess we will kind of figure that out when it comes. But you know what I just realized? I did not get a notification that Stephen arrived here. We are going to go to my parents' house tonight, so obviously gonna take the audiobook of this, and we're just gonna keep working on it. So I think that's all I have to update you on right now. Like I said, I promise a more in-depth and detailed review will come. I'm still riding the high of this book a little bit, so yeah. But so far, so good. I think I'm still 1 book behind, technically. I'm supposed to be on book 5, and I'm supposed to have read book 5 today, and this is book 5, so it's fine though. Like, I feel like I'm doing pretty good at listening to what I want to read, so that's good. And then, yeah, like I said, we will be diving back into this because I do really want to read this, so. Okay, I'm gonna have to make this quick because she's gonna realize I'm vlogging and want to be a part of the video. So, okay, last night, before I went to bed, I started Reckless. She heard me. She's mad at me. Okay, so I started reading Reckless. I started like, I don't know. I continued reading Reckless is what I should say. I read 166 pages of this last night, and this book is giving me nothing. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I know this angle is not like the greatest. How about that? You faker? What's wrong? No, you aren't faking. We'll talk in a minute. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I don't want to put a box over the screen right now, even though I'm pretty sure the majority of people who are watching this probably have not made it this far, but still. I did trick you. Come on. Hi, cuties. Sorry that I'm not looking so cutie right now. I just got out of bed and everybody is still asleep in my house, and so I thought better update the vlog. So first, I want to kind of like rectify something. I missed an item in the fake crate because I forgot to put it back in the box. Look how pretty this bow is. I will say I could like, I don't mind this little thing. I do wish that it was just a plain pink bow, but I really love it. It's so cute. I can't wait to wear it. So we want to talk about that. We have a lot to talk about, but first I do I'm gonna get into this really quickly because I have thoughts and I also want to shower before everybody wakes up so I'm not interrupted. So, When the World Tips Over by John D. Nelson. I apologize to this book that I look like a bum, but it is what it is. So, what can I say about this book? So, first of all, I loved all the characters so much, and I loved the dynamic of, like, all the characters in the book. I think that this depicts, especially, like, a tumultuous relationship with, like, one of your siblings that can, like, figure itself out and stuff. I thought that this book was, like, so dynamic. Like, I really liked it. I kind of don't know what I'm saying right now. I'm kind of, a little bit, but I really liked it. I loved the character dynamics. I think it was, like, obviously the plot was very interesting. Sorry. But I think the family dynamics and, like, just everything were so interesting. And I ended up loving this book. As you guys saw, like, I sobbed my eyes out. I just loved this so much. And for a character-driven story, which I believe this was, there was a lot of, like, I shouldn't say a lot of plot because this is definitely a character-based story, but, like, there was a pretty decent, like, percentage of plot in here too. I don't feel like it was just the characters. I feel like there was a lot, and we got to learn a lot about this, like, lush family history from a character that you wouldn't kind of expect to know it from. I was so relieved at the end of this book. I won't, like, give any spoilers, obviously, but this book was so good, and I cannot wait to, like, go back through and annotate it and reread it again because I love this book, and I cannot wait to read everything else that John D. Nelson has written. I don't understand why this book in particular is not, like, do I say the most popular? Because, like, I feel bad saying that. I know that it has a good average rating, but I do know that some of the people that I've watched that have rated it have given it, like, 3 stars, and this book was just so, like, I loved this. I definitely think it's gonna be in my top, at least my top 10, maybe my top 5 of this year. It was phenomenal, so I highly recommend it. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, we were obviously cut off by my child fake crying yesterday, and she was fake crying, I know. I feel like I sound like a jerk when I say she's fake crying, but she literally ran in. She didn't have any tears, her face wasn't red, like, she was okay. She was just mad because I think she thinks that when I'm vlogging, I'm actually FaceTiming, which is interesting. I don't know. But, we were talking about Reckless. Now, I did end up finishing this last night, and I'm so mad. We'll kind of, like, we'll get into it, and I'm mad. Because I only had an hour left of the audiobook, and you're telling me that I could have finished this book to get to Fearless. You're telling me that I only had an hour left of this book so that I could get to Fearless. Like, that's crazy to me. So, this book. What I was going to say yesterday, and I don't think that it reigns true anymore, but I was gonna tell you guys that I don't think I was as connected to the characters as I wish I would have been throughout this book. I obviously did get there, like, I'm really with them now, but, like, I feel that maybe I did this book a little bit of a disservice starting it in, like, I think I started it in February or March. I feel like I kind of did a little bit of a disservice to it by waiting this long to finish it, but I remembered everything that happened at the beginning. I do think, though, that maybe, I don't know, maybe I should have gone back and reread, like, Powerless or something, but that's neither here nor there. I will say the middle dragged a little bit. Like, I was gonna come on here and say it's giving nothing. It's giving nothing, and, like, I don't agree with that sentiment necessarily anymore, but I will say that it's, like, I felt like it was, like, rinse, repeat, kind of the same situation over and over again, and it was kind of getting a little bit annoying, to be honest. I'm like, how many times are you gonna get caught? Like, just freaking go. Just go. So, yeah, but I will say, like, 277 is when it started getting good again. So what is that, like, the last 100 pages of the book? Yeah, pretty much. So, like, I liked the first 100, and I didn't really like the middle 100, and then I liked the last 100. So do with that information what you will. But this led me to this, and let me tell you, I am thoroughly, like, I am eating this book up. Let's see, I am 178 pages in, and I'm so excited to read this. I'm really enjoying it. I will say, when I originally kind of heard what was going to happen in this book in particular, I was like, we're doing a rinse and repeat of book 1 is what you're telling me. But no, I actually like this book and the situations that are happening in this book a lot better than I did in book 1, which is interesting because I feel like it's, like, maybe the stakes, they're still high, but they aren't as high as, like, the first book, which is interesting. I also like how something is being dealt with in here, because I wasn't really exactly sure after the ending of book 2 what was going to happen, but it seems like we're kind of in the clear as far as kind of, like, the situation I thought that was going to happen. But I'm glad that we aren't doing, I'm sorry, I know that I'm being vague, but like, I'm really glad that we aren't doing what I kind of thought was gonna happen again. I'm really liking this. I'm really liking being back, especially like with Kit and stuff, like having the whole gang back together. It's really fun. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. And like, I'm in it with the characters now. Like, I really like them. And I think maybe what it was, I'm gonna be honest. We have like an enemies to lovers book going on. And then obviously at the end of book 1, there are a lot of things that transpire and a lot of like reveals that happen that kind of set us back to square one with the romance. And I think that what I was getting frustrated with is that like, I kind of wanted a little bit more romance in this book. I feel like we didn't get a ton of it, but girls, now that like this is more romance focused, I think that it's like, I think we're gonna get there. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these books after I finish this book, like, because at the rate this is going, this is gonna be the highest rated in the whole series, which is crazy because yeah, I did not expect it. I will say this is gonna have to be like my second bigger book. I unfortunately did not end up starting The Courting of Bristol Keats. I probably will after I finish this series and House of Hearts. I'm gonna finish that in this vlog for you guys. I feel really bad because that's like the first book I started out with and it's only 300 pages and I still haven't like completed it. So, but we are gonna continue on trucking through this book. I don't have very long in the audiobook. I mean, I know that it's like a 20-hour audiobook, but at the speed that I'm able to listen to it at, I don't have very much time left. And I'm just really excited to see where it goes. I am nervous though because I don't know. I don't know. Also, there is a trope in here. I'm not gonna like explicitly say what it is, but there's a trope in here that I eat up every time. I really like it. It's kind of like a forbidden romance, like sneaking around type thing, and I'm eating it up. I'm eating it up. Like, I cannot believe that we went from this book that was like 3.75 stars, like it was fine, to like this, because I'm really enjoying it. I feel like I'm like every other girl on on YouTube right now, which it's fine. I'm not like bashing anybody, but I do wonder if after this book, if I went back and reread like the whole series, if I would like it more. I would not be surprised if that was the case. Now, Reckless, I don't know. Is that the one book in the series I wouldn't reread? Possibly. I don't know. But I did really like some scenes in it too. So, I don't know. I think that's all I have to talk to you guys about. I will be reading Fearful after I finish Fearless. I'm probably not going to end up talking to you again until I wrap up the vlog tomorrow, I would have to assume. But we'll see. And then, obviously, like I said, I'm going to do my best to try to finish House of Hearts before I end the vlog tomorrow. Because, yeah, it's not a very long book, so I think I can. Not very left in the audiobook, and I know that Fearful isn't going to take very long to read either, so I do want to finish this book for you guys. I feel really bad. I feel like we kind of went off the rails a little bit, but it is what it is. So, with all that being said, I am going to let you guys go. I love you. Thank you for making it this far in the video. And I will talk to you, if I can talk to you another time today, I will. But if I cannot, I will talk to you tomorrow with my final update. Oh, also, I will say, even though I'm like kind of bashing on Reckless a little bit, sorry that I don't have the dust jackets, but I know that I'm bashing on Reckless a little bit, but I will be honest, I think that any book that I read after When the World Tips Over, I think would have been a disappointment to me. So take that information with what you will, but I do think maybe that book suffered a little bit because of When the World Tips Over. I can't say that I would have liked it like better if I hadn't read like a 5-star book before that, but I don't know. I'm kind of glad that I went to Reckless though, because it wasn't like a 5-star prediction, so I wasn't like mega disappointed by it, because I need to be careful. I don't want to like hit a reading slump in the middle of this reading challenge situation and like not read anything. So yeah, I would like to get like as far ahead of the curve as I can as far as like getting books finished today, because if I finish Fearless and Fearful, I'll be right on track, and then if I finish House of Hearts, I'll be 1 book ahead, and I need to like kind of keep that momentum going as far as the rest of the week goes, because I do go back to work this week and I am kind of nervous that I'm not going to hit everything, and I still want to read a vast majority of books that are on my TBR. So we're gonna keep going. I do know that I have a really exciting pre-order coming next week in the mail, so I'm gonna have to like kind of, I want to fit that in, I believe. I don't know. I think I have 2 pre-orders. Do I have 2 pre-orders coming in next week? I can't remember, but okay, sorry. I'm sorry that I kept talking. I will talk to you guys in a minute. Hello, what's up? Okay. it is Sunday. I'm surprised that we're getting another update in today, but I just finished editing my TBR video. I'm now working on rough cutting this video because I kind of want it to go up, like, tomorrow's Monday. I kind of want it to go up during, like, next week, basically, so I need to kind of pull it together a little bit. Tell me why I put 2 over 500 page books on my TBR, 1 little over 600 page book, and 1 700 page book on my TBR. I've already read one of them. When the World Tips Over. I already read that, so that's good. But then we have Quicksilver, which I believe is like a little over 600 pages. We have Barrier Bones in the Midnight Soil, which is like 530-ish pages. And then we have The Last Book in the Remnant Chronicles, which I don't remember what it's called, but that is almost 700 pages. It's like 698 or something. 696, which is 700 pages to me. Oh my gosh, how did I manage that? I'm like kind of freaking out a little bit, and that's making me not want to read Fearless because that was not on my TBR at all. And I feel like if I'm going to read 30 books in 30 days, I need to read my full 9-book TBR, which I'm actually doing decent on. Okay, actually, I think I've only read 1 book from that, now that I think about it. I need to, unfortunately, go back and watch that through again because I don't remember anything. I know that I just mentioned 4 books off of there, but, oh, I know that I put Legendborn on there. Legendborn is over 500 pages too, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna crash out, actually. That is over half of the TBR that's over 500 pages. At least I have 1 of them done for the count, but now I'm really rethinking, like, the other 2 bigger books that I wanted to read this month because, or, like, the 3, right? Because Fearless was just gonna be, like, another, like, Hail Mary on top of the other ones. Because, like, let's be so real, Fearless is a 600-page book. I know that my copy is not 600 pages, but it is over 600 pages in the US. I'm reading a UK copy, I guess, but that's wild to me. So I need to go back through and rewatch my TBR video, I guess, and write down all the books on there because I should finish them, right? Like, I know what I said in that video. I said that it was like a soft TBR and I was just gonna mood read anyway, but still, that was a fail on my part. So I don't know. I also have not read anything today. It is 2:20 right now. Okay, actually, I've read 1 chapter of Fearless today. L for me. What was I thinking? I do not know. But what am I gonna do? I'm gonna be 2 books behind if I don't pull it together. I'm gonna be 3 books behind tomorrow if I don't pull it together, actually. So I really need to pull it together. I was thinking about starting this. I did just hit myself in the face. We were gonna pretend that we didn't see that, even though it was pretty obvious. I was thinking of starting this. This is by one of my favorite authors, Shay Earnshaw. I really liked The Wicked Deep when I read it, and then I loved Winterwood. You can actually kind of see it. Which one is it? You can kind of see it's like right in that general area. I love it so much. It is one of my favorites of all time. I love it. So I was thinking that maybe it would be nice to go into something like similar but different, because like I know Shay Earnshaw's voice. I haven't fully decided on that one yet, though. I also thought of reading Unholy Terrors by Linda Clipstone, but again, that's also, like, not on my TBR this month, so, I'm kind of crashing out a little bit. I can't believe I did that to myself. I should have known, because actually, The Last Book in the Remnant Chronicles is sitting on my piano, where I normally film, and I should have put 2 and 2 together, because before that, I think it was, like, on my desk or in my box of books that's sitting in the living room. That was a flop on my part. At least I put an Air Comes to Rise. Maybe I should read that, because I'm kind of in the mood for that right now, and I probably should, like, capitalize on that. Maybe I'll read that. So I think we're gonna kind of switch things up. I'm sorry. I promise we will finish, like, a bunch of books in the next vlog that I've started in this vlog, but this is gonna be, like, a continuous thing, and, like, I'm just gonna read my way through this. This is the only way we're gonna get through this challenge. So I'm gonna start an Air Comes to Rise. I don't have my copy right now, but I will find it. Also, love this book. That's not what we're talking about, but I found my copy. So that's good. We can, oh my gosh, this was the bookmark I wanted to use for one of the books I was currently reading, and I didn't know where it was. I thought that I lost it. I guess I can tell you pretty much exactly where I was. So I think I was on chapter I was on chapter 11, because I was in Cole's POV. I was on page 120 of this, so I read this much of it. I'm glad that I'm continuing on the series, but I did want to show you that I found it. It was just on my bedside table. Also, I still don't know where my copy of The Hobbit is. I do think I was gonna have to repurchase one anyway, because my dust jacket that I have for it does not fit the copy that I have, so I was gonna sell it anyway. So I guess that doesn't really matter, or I don't really know yet, but send help, please. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because, like, that is so many. That's 2,000 pages. I really flopped with that one. It's fine. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update. I know this video is long enough, but it's fine. I literally had an hour and 45 minutes of raw footage without even this clip and the last clip that you're probably gonna see me in. So I am still gonna try to finish House of Hearts, I think is what it's called though. I think that is my like civic duty to you guys, is to finish that. Because I keep promising and then not delivering on that one. So I promise I will try to finish that one tomorrow, or like by tomorrow, the end of this vlog too. So hey besties, what's up? So I am here to wrap up the vlog. I kind of fell off yesterday a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was not a day for reading, to be honest. So it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. We are gonna catch up today. I believe I finished 6 books, and is it the 8th today? Something like that. So I think I'm 2 books behind at this point. So I'm gonna get into it. I've already gotten into it. A little bit of a teaser for next week is I'm this far into Fearless at this point. I've read a couple chapters this morning and I'm continuing to enjoy it, so that's good. I did end on page 180 of this last night, so I did read a little bit more yesterday, but like not a ton, obviously. So I believe that is all that we have to talk about in this vlog. Let's see if I can remember everything that we read. We read The Cabin, I believe is what it's called, on KU. We read I just had it in my mind. Obviously we read When the World Tips Over. We read Reckless. We read The Hobbit, and then we also read A Photo Finish. Did we not read a 6th book? I could have sworn that we read a 6th book too. Did we not? This was my 6th book, that's why. So we only finished 5 books, and then we obviously started this one, and we obviously started House of Hearts. I apologize that I was not able to finish both of these before this vlog ended, but they will be in next week's vlog at the beginning, I promise, because I am planning on binging the rest of this, reading the novella, and then probably reading this are my tentative plans. But I think that is all that I need to talk to you about today. So all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you read the first week of the month, and if you like my face, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see my face again, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified every time I post a new video, honestly, I'd follow me on Instagram. That's where you're going to get all the first updates. But if you don't have an Instagram, cross your fingers, hope the notification bell works. And with all that being said, I will talk to you all in my next video very, very soon. Bye, everyone.
When you're not here, the sun don't shine. When you're not near, I don't